I have had lifelong chronic pain. I remember one of my earliest memories was of a chronic pain episode where I was extremely sick, having like crippling stomach pains. So pain has always been a part of my life, but throughout my childhood, I ended up going to see many different doctors who would take my leg pain or my urinary discomfort, my digestive symptoms, and they would just kind of brush it off as like, you're clinically healthy, we can't really help you. But then at age 19, which was in 2011, I had my first major pain flare, and I ended up going to the hospital 5 times that summer with various different theories about what I potentially might have. I figured that maybe I just need to rest, and maybe a few days later, then the pain would start to go away from this flank pain, as they call it. But it actually didn't. It just morphed into new things. From the flank pain, it went into back pain, which kind of then started to extend into my legs. And it was really, really hard at the time to lay down or even like rest my head on a pillow. It eventually moved to my head as well. But I also would have chest pain, and it was just like pinballing across my body. And I really couldn't get a handle on it. And it was an extremely hard thing to be able to convey to doctors, like, hey, I'm having these problems, I don't understand them. Towards the end of the summer, I went in to see my primary care physician, and I brought papers in with me detailing fibromyalgia and why I thought I had it. Over the course of the next, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, I had more tests like an EMG and several MRIs, and then I finally was sent to the rheumatologist. They do a test where they kind of press on different pressure points in your back, and they're called fibromyalgia tender spots. I hit enough of those boxes at that time to be diagnosed with fibromyalgia, along with the history that I had of chronic widespread pain. My doctor started treating me with Lyrica. It's a pain medication that's used on the nerves specifically. So I kept up with my doctor after being diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I was on that treatment plan, which involved a lot of specialists and just general pain management, like most people with fibro. I'm a health journalist, and I ended up reporting on a story that was on a totally different premise. But I ended up learning a lot about a doctor named Ann Oaklander's work at Massachusetts General. And she was looking at the underlying cause of a lot of people that have fibromyalgia, especially juvenile onset fibromyalgia. Really how kids present with the condition and how they really can't articulate what they're feeling. And that really resonated with me. And then this underlying cause, there's these small fibers that line our entire body, and those regulate our pain, which made so much sense to me as to why I might have these really strange pain episodes. So August 2015, I got a punch biopsy and had it sent over to Dr. Oaklander in Boston. And it came back from the lab, and I was positive for small fiber polyneuropathy. I ended up finding out that Lyrica is one of the approved medications, and I ended up sticking with that. Since my pain symptoms are fairly well stabilized, and I've learned to sort of adapt my life around having pain, this is something that I have lived with forever, and it's something that I am probably going to have to live with for the rest of my life. But I think that learning how to manage things is the most incredible coping mechanism that I've been able to find. I'm really good about, maintaining positive wellness practices. I'm really good about reducing my stress. I'm really good about exercising every day. And I think that, the things that give me a sense of control and purpose are, they're really helping me to overcome this condition in general. As a woman, I feel like I've learned to sort of listen to people that are telling me things, and I like to be accommodating. But I think with your own healthcare and your own diagnosis, you can't just be accommodating. You have to get in there and you have to say something's wrong. It can feel really hard to speak up when, very knowledgeable medical professionals are trying to tell you you have one thing or you should be doing this kind of treatment. But in going in and arming myself with my options and as much knowledge as I have about the conditions that people are maybe looking at for me, to have my own say in my care has been the most important game changer. And I think it's the reason that I've been able to get treatment and I got help as early as I did was because I just refused to take no for an answer. I was like, I need to be treated. Never stop being your own advocate, because you are going to be the most powerful voice in the room if you go in there with the knowledge that you can affect change, and you can, because I did.